ones, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
Well, if we have to.
You don't like it.
I would say maybe a slightly slower spawn rate, but still pretty quick, but enough that it like spreads out between the hatches.
Mhm.
Yeah, because it's like it doesn't take long to lose the entire crowd if something happens.
Wait, Lana, you have to play, or we have to pick a different map? If Lana, you want to sit out, I'll pick the map for 5.
No, we can ready.
Oh, Lana does play. Sorry, then I'll pick the 6-player version again. Okay. No, sorry.
You need something so that
Oh,
it doesn't make you re-ready if you
feature
choose a map with
idea.
the same name.
Feature idea. The map version automatically changes on how many people are active and not observing.
That requires that there are groups of maps that know the other maps in that group. Fundamentally, yes, that would be nice. Because many maps are for several players. It's just not supported in the format anywhere.
I do think it would be a nice feature.
Yeah.
It's not an
Yeah,
essential
I mean, something
one.
you could just search for, and if you don't find one, it just doesn't do anything, but...
I just noticed we often have the problem that if one person drops out or wants to watch, then we have always select back and forth.
Yeah, there's a lot of repicking. Yeah.
And I mean, one thing that would maybe be like even easier than trying to auto select the map is just if the previous and new map have the same name, just at least don't make people re-ready or something.
Well, if somebody changes the profile, then they should re-ready.
Well, I guess it's just most of the time if you're switching to one with the same name, it's because you're just changing the player count. So.
Okay, and you agree to play this map at whatever player count, then it means. Nah. That was too slow.
You were too slow, you are winning.
I'm still getting a big punch. How? Terminator was faster. No, you were faster. Ico, you were faster.
Oh no, I think I accidentally donated all my stuff to Blue.
The buzzsaw is 3rd place.
I think even the buzzsaw is first. Not only.
No, it's not clear.
I did some buzzsaw donos too.
And the biggest reason for the wait and see feature at the start of the map is the skill count is nowhere displayed before that. And I'm not sure if I want to put it in the lobby because the lobby is already so crowded with information.
You might be able to make it work if the UI was adjusted a bit, maybe.
Yeah, sure, I could make it work and make everything smaller, yeah.
Maybe even just a simple make a few more colors, so we don't have always a problem. If we've got 8 people, you must choose this and this and this, and there's a bit more leeway.
The downside of different colors is the colors will be more similar to each other.
Well, if you pick smart colors...
Could probably at least get away with a brown, maybe. I don't think we've got that yet.
Yeah, we don't have brown, which is dark orange, really. We have red and orange.
Be different enough to distinguish, I think.
Yeah, it's different, right? Oh, this is perfect. Oh, come here.
Simon says it's perfect and it's not.
Yes.
I'm fine. Good enough. Oh, I'm even
Some-
getting some stragglers.
Yeah, somehow the green mining operation, they turned back and went into my hole. It didn't do anything over there. They just all turned back. Yeah.
How do you like my builder panic at the buzzsaws by my exit?
Mm.
Was not enough. As soon as I saw they were walking towards the exit,
Nope.
rather
Yeah.
suicide.
Rampoina, what you can trace, once there are licks at the bottom of the tunnel, you can assign more miners so they mine faster, because there's a swing by the miner immediately after assigning. And then it takes a long time to get to the next swing. So if you just assign more miners in the tip of the tunnel, you'll dig faster. At the expense of miners, of course.
Yeah, the first swing is always very quick, but after that,
Yeah, the miner is really fast with the first swing, and the digger is extremely slow. The digger digs, I think it digs on the last frame possible. And we did that to make it hard to cancel other people's diggers.
that's that. Yes, the clusterfuck missile.
Clusterfuck. 6 players?
I
1, 2, 3, yeah,
always-
6 players.
I always remember that there was one really efficient way, but I always fail to remember it.
Yeah, Geo was really fast here. Also, there's a dangerous method at the start. If that route gets attacked. Okay, Rampoina already got a donation. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Ah,
Such a generous donation.
yeah, I got 1.
Oh, and there's next to no overtime.
Yeah, 30 seconds of overtime. Who built this? Was it Joe? Probably was Joe.
I think it was
Yeah.
Geo.
Yeah, he likes these really short maps where huge swings based on one mistake.
Can we play one more of that choo-choo map? I want to see
Yeah.
how it is.
Yeah, we should play it once. Lalana, you should
Yeah, it was
pick a
mostly just picking like random maps.
6-player fun train map.
Just want to test.
I don't want to join. Okay, so
Okay.
yeah, batters and blockers and the jumpers are to get ahead faster.
Oh no, that was wrong. Come on. Ah.
Nah.
A little
Oh! I was just looking, where is the second one that I have? And it exited in that moment.
I completely managed to kill Elix with batting here.
Hmm.
Now I see a problem. I need a better to release a blocker here. I've got no walkers.
Right. In the end game, you can't release your blockers. Do we have a really classical Lemmings map? Because I remember Bad Blocker asked that the Licks is too different from classic Lemmings. Let me dig for something. Just lots of terrain to dig through.
I definitely think one of the things with those is you definitely can't have blockers in those maps, or
Yeah.
stuff goes wrong.
I think a few blockers are okay, but if it's just so many blockers, then well. I mean, this map was specifically designed for that.
This is 6 players again. Yeah. Yeah, directional select. It's by default it's on S and F, or on left and right arrow keys. Lana, you want to join or you don't want to join?
Yeah, I really need to remember that the S and F work because the arrow keys are super far away.
Yeah. The S and F assume that you have everything else mapped around them. But yeah, if you want to remap, then of course you can do it. Okay, you're back. Okay, perfect. Lana, then can play 6 players now.
Of course, remapping requires a better idea.
Well, yeah, that's like I mapped them to A and D, and then just kind of use WAS like W is climb up and S is I think digger, so it's somewhat intuitive.
No. WASD has fewer keys around, and you need all those skills. But if it works for you, then that's okay, of course. Okay, Lana, push start. Where am I? Yeah. It's one of the old maps when we first had Libre Terrain, and I ditched the assets from Lemmings 1. Then this was one of the first that I rebuilt for 6 and 8 players.
Oh, cool. They just walk off if you leave them. Did not notice that.
You have to block or mine, yeah. The map is not balanced because the terrain at the left and right is not the same.
It's mostly balanced.
It's mostly balanced, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the point was to pick something with a lot of terrain to just dig and do the things that you would do in Lemmings 1.
What was this? Somewhat.
Nah. That blocker is nasty because it turns during the fall.
Who is exploding?
I had a few Lixes dropping down below, and before I need to do complicated things with them, well,
You can just bomb them. No runners.
yes, it's this guy. I think I've got everyone important. Yes. Still such a large chunk that went to the bottom.
Also, you can nuke. Yeah, the rule is that everybody has to nuke. As I explained to one point, it's a hard rule to remember because it has special cases for if everybody nukes, then overtime is done as soon as they push nuke, and if you push nuke and haven't saved anybody, then your nuke doesn't start overtime. So there's many rules in that nuke rule, and it's too complicated. I'll eventually have to see if I can simplify that, but so far we haven't found anything.
Yeah, or at least, like, explain it somehow, because, like, I'm sure most of those rules exist for historical reasons that are still relevant.
Yeah, explaining the nuke rule is hard. In Lemmings 1 2-player mode, back in the day, both players had to agree to nuke and move the cursor in the center. Otherwise, the nuke button wouldn't even appear. That wasn't perfect either, because I don't think people found how to nuke.
Hey, what's that?
Nah.
Bad purple.
Yeah, I see the imbalance is stronger than I thought, because if you just break through where am I? If you just break through near the other person's hatch, you will survive on the left, but will die on the right. So that's nasty. That's actually a huge imbalance.
More and more come to me.
I'm not sure what to do. Yeah.
It's quite hard to defend here.
Yeah.
Maybe you could have dug after a bit of mining so that your crowd doesn't go back. But, well, I aimed exactly for, let's say, the weak part where I only have to do 1 or 2 more swings to my exit. And, well, then block a bit with blockers. So that's very hard to defend here. If you're just a little bit faster than the other person and attack that weak spot.
No.
The map is deceiving. It takes such a long time to dig and mine, but then, well, can so easily get completely screwed over here.
Yeah, it's one of the oldest, and we just made maps. Oh, it's the same. Yeah, I'm going to try to mix in diggers into the miner tunnel, so you come out lower and don't splat.
The problem is right now what my black Lixus will be doing again. I will aim right for the point where there's just a tiny little thing to mine through to my exit. And well, you can see what happens there. So yes, maybe with a little digger now you prevent your Lixus from going back and at least gets that first crowd through.
And that shows a pretty nasty imbalance, because you can only do that on one side, because on the other side it splats.
Yeah. Right, that's the biggest imbalance here. We could do what Dominator does. And,
well, where the green exit is, I think that's still alright, because there's just a little hump there.
Yeah, Ramponi, you have to mine out of there. Yeah, just.
You would still have to aim it for that hump, whereas like on the other side you can just do it.
This is not smart.
Oh yeah, this side sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, now I need to defend from above. Ugh.
No. Yes. It's no wonder if you exit is on the left, you're in the top 3. It's
yes,
so much easier.
This map is it's only about that little choke point there.
Yeah,
so,
it's the imbalance is harsh, even though it doesn't look like much. Yeah.
Let's play a more balanced map. I think that's more fair.
Let's pick something else, right?
No, green, what are you doing? Don't go in orange's exit.
Yes, Owen's exit.
I was trying to liberate you.
Come on, I think. Yes, this Lix is critical.
For a tie. Yeah, what do we have? Something